Where are we at? Dripping Springs, Texas?
Dripping Springs, Texas.
This is where, like, everybody's moving, man. I heard that the Martin brothers live out here. Jesse James lives out here and shoots guns and stuff.
Man, if they knew we were yanking this car in their backyard, they would not be happy.
You know, Dennis and I are always looking on the interwebs and keeping track of what pops up. As a matter of fact, it's kind of odd sometimes because a lot of times when something special pops up, we call each other before we call the owner of the car just to double-check the facts.
Are you excited?
I'm always excited, man. This thing popped up on the interwebs. I called you immediately. A couple of days ago, a 1965 Shelby GT350 popped up on one of the more popular websites. And I'm looking at it going, well, that's just impossible. I mean, this is a very, very special car.
65 Shelby, holy grail of Shelbys.
Bam, you heard it right here, right now.
Only Mustang makes it happen. These aren't just words, it's a fact.
The 65 Shelbys, that was Carroll Shelby's foray into building mass production cars for Ford. Stripped down, loud, full-on race cars that the everyday guy could buy.
65. It's the first year, 100% pure Shelby. Every year after that, they started farming more and more things out. So anybody that's a major collector, he wants a 65 Shelby. Most of them were raced, most of them were wrecked, and most of them do not have the original motors.
How many 65s do they make?
562. This is a one family-owned car. It's supposed to be 19,000 actual miles, all numbers matching. Survivor cars right now are actually bringing more than restored cars. You know, it could be a $500,000 car.
What?
So we're gonna be the first ones to get to see it. We got the first opportunity to buy it.
Let's go see what we got. How you doing, sir?
Fine, how you doing?
Richard Rawlings.
Matt.
Matt, we spoke on the phone. This is Dennis.
Nice to meet you,
Hi,
Dennis.
Dennis
This
Collins.
is my mom.
Karen
Nice to
and
meet you.
Matt.
Morning, ma'am.
Hi,
Nice
Dennis.
to meet
Thank
you.
you. Nice to
I
meet
guess
you.
your phone's been blowing up a little bit on this one, but thank you guys for letting us have first look-see. I'm all
Yeah.
excited like a little kid. Let's check it out.
All right, it's right over here.
Yeah.
Why don't you grab a corner right there?
Sure enough, there's a 65 GT Shelby sitting in the garage. Holy cow.
So your dad's brother bought this new in Huntington Beach.
That's right, his oldest brother.
And on the phone, Richard, he told me his dad, who must be an incredibly smart guy, traded his brother a Ranchero for this even up.
My husband was a Ford man all the way. In our 44 years of marriage, he's had every conceivable Mustang that there has been. But the Shelby, once he got that, he hung on to it. Recently, my husband passed away.
When was the last time it ran and drove?
1988.
So this car has never left the family.
The overspray looks right.
Yeah, isn't that crazy how they were that sloppy on the deck lid?
It only needs to look good from the outside going fast. You guys think the motor or anything's ever been rebuilt or?
Original. I don't think my uncle knew enough about cars to do anything to it, and my dad knew enough not to.
The original tag with original rivets. There's your
683.
SFM number, which is the same as that, so that's good. Let's see if I can go down and see if the number matches the fender number. What's important about a Shelby is they have two sets of numbers. One is the Ford number, which is a hidden number, and the other is a Shelby number. The hidden numbers are never given out.
Did you find this number yet?
I just got it cleaned, and it looks right, but I'm gonna take a picture just to make sure. We're fortunate enough that we could see the hidden number underneath the passenger fender.
Is that our number?
Yep.
Rad.
These numbers match, and man, this thing is right as rain. It's game on from here on out.
What's gonna get it done, guys? Dust is getting to me.
I think more than dust is fixing to get to you because I haven't told them this, but they want more than they were asking for it.
Yeah, I didn't expect quite as much response as I got from this.
So they listed his car for 115 grand, which we both knew was pretty low. And we knew the competition was gonna drive up the price. I had told Richard we'd probably be splitting 200K to take this one home. We were actually the first ones to call.
Yeah, I didn't expect quite as much response as I got from this.
Matt proceeded to tell us, you know, we got a ton of guys that, you know, want to fly out here on their private jets and gonna bring bags full of cash and everything else. So it's gonna cost us more. How much more?
If you guys want to give me $350, you can walk away with it right now.
When he said 350, that's not more. That's what I call a hell of a lot more.
Well, that's triple the original price and double what you and I discussed before I came down here.
A lot has happened since then.
It only took 3 hours.
You'd be amazed how many emails people can send and phone calls people can make in 3 hours.
Well, yeah, but you know how that goes. Then they don't show up. We're here, we're ready to spend some money. So 350 grand, I don't know, but I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time to think about it. There's guys flying around in their private jets trying to land with bags full of money. Really? Think you're the only one out there with a private jet and a bag full of money? You just don't know my boy D right here. Come on. I want to say 250, but I know you're gonna tell me no, so how about 300? For a 65 Mustang. It's gotta be a record.
What do you think? All right. Mom's happy, I'm happy.
All right, thank you, Miss Karen.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
thank you.
So we got the deal done at 300.
Did we steal it? Absolutely not. Did we pay a fair price? Yes. because a car like this is not going to come up again. It's just not. I hope you guys are as ecstatic as we are.
I can't wait to hear it running again.
I bet you we have it running within a few days. I think at 300 grand, I'm a little worried about it, but, you know, we did what we had to do. Now we got to get it back, get it running and driving, and show up at a Mustang meet. 300 grand for a 65 Mustang, you got to be kidding me.
Woo! What is this? Oh, man. Are you kidding me? A 65 Shelby? Oh, yeah. Finally.
What in the
Finally.
world where did you come from?
Hey, I smell these things coming. Are you kidding me? A real 65 Shelby?
Well, I figured I'd bring something that is in your expertise, sir.
Man.
One owner, one family owned. It went from the brother to the brother. 19,000 miles.
I want to see the inside of this thing.
Real GT. The shizzle. You know what's in the registry on this?
What's that?
The VIN number in 1966, and that is it.
Dude, this is a legit car. This is a real Shelby. So Rich and Dennis roll in with one of the most exciting cars for me ever here. A 65 Shelby GT350, a 19,000-mile original one-owner car. These cars don't exist.
Look at the number.
Oh, geez, because you got it in a closer one at the end?
We're there. We're
9
9
to the
away.
end
Is this thing freaking sick? So
Actually,
you
it's 7 away from the
restored
end.
like number 1, right?
of 66. I've actually restored a couple of these rare Shelbys, including 66 Shelby 001 that sold for like $450,000.
Well, this is 65.
9 numbers from this one, yes. This is a super rare car. I mean, this is what I live for. These kind of cars, this is what I used to do. This is what I love.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This was a demonstrator.
Okay.
So the car that you restored, serial number 1, should have been incredibly similar to this.
It is, yes. Yeah, the only thing that was really, really unique about car number 1 is it had a vinyl top. It was deleted after that, but these cars are so unique getting into these last 10 and the early ones in 66 because they were trying all these different ideas. They had parts carried over from both years because they were transitioning over. This car's the shit. This is it. This is the ultimate in the Shelby world of unique, historic, and original and limited. I mean, these are the most limited Shelbys ever made. Man, dude, you have just made my year. How much you give for it?
300 grand.
If I can get this running, which I have no doubt I can, you can make about 200,000 profit on top of
I
that.
told you. See there?
You're always talking about the Holy Grail, and I'm always in. This actually could absolutely be that.
See there?
I have to back it. That's it.
I'm out on the Holy Grail part. It's not sold yet. We did our part. We went and got it. You get it down and get it running.
All right, I can do that. This is my new baby.
Get over here in front of the door. We'll put a battery in it and see if we get started. Now, delivery trucks have been jamming up our streets since Grandma was in diapers, but by 1973, it seemed like the Chevrolet P30 was the staple on every street. They're pretty much just a box on wheels, but I've seen a lot of hot rodders starting to slam them down, trick them out. Visually, they look pretty cool, but structurally, I really haven't been that impressed with anything I've seen out there. Boom. Like a glove. Bam! Y'all act like I can't work on a car. So here's the plan. We're gonna take this tried and true workhorse and make it into a class of its own. We're gonna pump up the horsepower with a Chevy Performance engine from Scoggin Dickey. Put a little bit more rubber meat on the ground and bag this monster so it sits all the way down on the cement.
Inside, we're gonna upgrade the accommodations, both in the rear and in the cab.
And we're gonna add AC, which means we're gonna have to redesign the dash to accommodate all the new features. When you get in our van, you're gonna be riding in style.
Or riding cool.
On the outside, we're gonna streamline the lights, chrome grille.
You're gonna look twice, maybe even 3 times when you see this bad boy coming up behind you.
I'm gonna give them 25 grand in 3 weeks to get it all done, because at the end of the day, I wanna sell this thing for at least 50 grand so I can put some cash in the pocket. We'll have a really nice step van to show off to the world that Aaron may be gone, but Gas Monkey is still going strong.
Amen.
All right, cool. Well, the way I look at it, y'all should be able to get the box off in what, an hour and a half?
Why would we do that? We wouldn't have any measurements or have any idea of what we need to actually do to it to make it work.
I don't tell you how to do your job. You don't tell me how to do mine.
I think you just did.
Just get it done.
We couldn't be happier with the opportunity that Richard's given us now. We all have a hand on the wheel that's driving this project.
Don't let that freaking motor hit them pads.
I think the sheer size of this thing is gonna be one of our biggest challenges. I've never bagged one that big. I guess there's a first time for everything. Nailed it. I'm done.
Dude, get your butt over here and give me a hand.
1 second. How low are we going?
as low as it'll go.
Which fingers?
So we're about a week into this build. We've made huge headway. The notch is in, the frame's been Z'd. We got the rear end located. We've got a little bit more work than expected to get the motor sitting right.
So give us about 1.5 inches clearance on the drive shaft if we go that far.
Since we're raising the frame up so the body will sit lower, now the engine's sitting so high that we'd have to cut through our floor to connect the drivetrain to it.
It looked fairly close. It almost looked like we could snake it down here right now as soon as we get that brace out. But we're clearly not going to make our notch cover clear.
We're so close. So we're going to try and lower the motor mounts and make some adjustments to the cross members. We can get the engine down like another 1 inch, 2 inches underneath the frame. Well, the drive shaft and everything will live underneath the floor.
Came out a lot easier than it went in.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing. Bye, Jeremy. Everybody's busting their butts to get us back on schedule. Jeremy's our main fabricator, and he's still tied up on all the chassis work. So we're gonna gather all of our resources to make sure that this build gets done on schedule. All 5 of us are gonna tackle the fabrication because we have a lot of fabrication work, and Jeremy's only one guy. So we're all gonna tackle that, and then when we head to the paint shop at the end of this project, all of us are gonna be over there to make this happen. I mean, hell, Tony's even over here doing fab work on wheel wells, and he did such a great job, we're gonna put him on the dash.
Man, I didn't know you were so good with that kind of stuff.
From this point forward, every day counts. We have to make sure we're staying efficient so that Richard doesn't lose confidence in the team that not only has good ideas, but can produce. Having the input is really important to us. This is the first build that we've all had a say in, and we want to get it right.
Hey, Mike, we could use another hand.
All right, just can you give me a minute? I know we agreed on a game plan, but I'm a little concerned that we're not making the best use of my time. Our P30 van, it's huge. Although it's not extremely damaged, there are some damaged areas. There's quite a few small ones, and they take a little more finessing than you would a normal car because of all the rivets. And of course, the guys are taking a long time getting done what they need to get done, like always. I think it would be kind of stupid if I don't get started on the bodywork right here and now. And I don't do stupid. Jason.
What's up?
I don't have a whole lot of spots to fix on this.
Okay.
And I have my vacuum sander.
Oh, no. Dun, dun, dun.
You know where I'm going with this.
I know.
I want to sand it.
I would really not. I prefer not to.
All right. Here comes the battle.
We had an agreement when we started that everybody's gonna work over here and then everybody's gonna work over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. He says no, and I wasn't gonna argue with him. We'll just see where we land time.
Okay.
I mean, hey, I gave them the benefit of all my experience. What more can I do? So, it's gonna take what it's gonna take, and if we make the deadline, we'll make the deadline. If we don't, we don't. All right, give me something to do then.
Dude, I like those gauges.
Yeah, I picked them.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn a lot about your fabrication skills, too.
I'm just making it up as I go, bro. That's part of fabrication.
You're doing pretty good. I promise you
At
that.
least that's what Google told me. Google told me to do whatever I wanted. Ready to bounce some ideas?
What do you got?
Gauges? I got them preset. I think it looks
Is that
dope.
me?
Yeah.
I see the likeness.
I got this fab game down.
I have a question. Since this whole, basically, box is all squared off, why are you making round stuff in it? I'm just curious.
So
The gauges are round.
The wheel tubs are round.
Well, the tires are round. That doesn't mean anything. You see what I'm getting at, though?
Yeah, I
Like,
do.
it might be the only round thing in there other than the steering wheel.
Pretty good.
I don't know. We're trying to reinvent the wheel after we already had a game plan again.
What was our original plan? Box?
Charles wants one of these.
That's just me, though. I'm just part of the decision-making process.
Tony, the whole truck's squared. Why the fuck do you make round ones?
I like putting squares in round holes.
I know I said I wasn't worried about these guys falling behind on schedule, but just in case, I've been taking all my calls out here on the floor to keep an eye on things and see how they're working out.
I was just raising the issue because after the fact, your daddy might go, well, why the fuck is that the only round thing in the whole truck?
Until my daddy
I'm
will
just
make
saying.
his own damn gauges.
I'm just saying.
Let's just take a vote.
I'm gonna say that I like the square one better.
Okay, I don't want to be a traitor, but I do kind of like
Okay, let's go square. I think that has to be the way. Good call.
Hey, Jason,
What's going on, Richard?
let's take a walk, figure it out. Turns out the wheels of democracy, they might turn a little too slow when a hot rod's involved. And the last thing I want is to be hassling these guys about the schedule every single day, like I did with Aaron. All right, so what's the deal, man? Because it started off really fast, and now it looks like we are dragging ass.
You said you wanted to go above and beyond on this build, so we're really trying to add as much as possible to it. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made. It's just a lot of work.
I know. Well, I want everybody to have a voice on this one, and I know that it's something that we all wanted to do, but somebody's got to be in charge.
Well,
and I've decided the buck stops with you.
That's
You've
fine.
got to keep them on time, on budget, keep it moving. Here's the deal. If you got 5 people driving a car, you're not really going to get anywhere. You only need 1 set of hands on the wheel.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, just remember this. Shit rolls downhill, and this shit just rolled onto you. So I'm feeling pretty lucky these days. I got the guys working on a really rare Datsun that's in great condition. How you going, sir?
Hi.
Richard Rawlings.
Hey, Richard. Dan Atchison. Nice to meet you.
Today I'm in Kentucky, chasing down a one-owner, 1,500 and some odd original mile, 1987 Porsche 944 Turbo. So what's this story? You got an 87 944?
87 944, acquired it from a gentleman's estate. He was elderly and passed away. And it was perfectly time capsuled, and he had it in his garage, covered up, and didn't drive it much.
1,500 miles?
1,500 miles.
Jeez, that's cool. Now, I graduated high school in 1987, so this was like one of the cars I wanted. Well, let's take a look at it. But I was driving a Bandit Trans Am, so I was doing all right.
It is pristine, to say the least.
Paint's nice. Felt still soft on that, which is absolutely impossible most of the time. We're uncovering the car, and I'm like, it doesn't get any cooler than this. Can I open it? You got the keys?
No, yeah, go right ahead. I think it's unlocked.
It's red with black interior, not red with tan interior. That makes all the difference in the world. Golly, what a time capsule. This is crazy. The car is absolutely flawlessly perfect. I mean, these cars, they aged horribly. They had a lot of plastic components to them. They're faded, the interiors stink, they all came apart, they're sun-baked, they barely run and drive. People are buying them for parts.
Maybe over time,
Oh, that's normal. This car is not like any 944 I've ever seen, and I've owned some pretty cool ones.
everything is original on the car except for the wiper blades.
And these are the original ones?
Yeah.
You saved them?
Yeah.
Rad. He said these are original gloves to change the tire. They even got instructions on there. Yeah. Put gloves on, change tire, and you laid down on the mat. As far as originality and one owner and 1,520-something original miles, I would say this might be the rarest one on the planet. And probably has to be the best one. I want the car. I want it really bad. Problem is, I'm probably going to have to pay world record pricing for it. So I talked to you on the phone, and you were thinking that you wanted around 45 grand for it.
Yes, I think that's reasonable.
I think that's like world record money.
What are you thinking?
25, maybe 28 grand. I'm home at 30, you know?
How's 37?
It's a weird number. Golly, this thing is cool. I'm killing myself here because I'm telling you how awesome it is. I'm watching the Porsche market a lot these days. Anything Porsche is moving like crazy. They went from not being that desirable or that great a car to everybody wants one, they want to restore them and what have you. So I really don't have to shoot too low to score on this one. How about 35 grand?
Well, I think as much as I'd like 37, I think I'll do 35 with you.
Cool. Awesome. 35 grand. It's way more than I wanted to pay, but I don't think there's another one like it in the world, so we'll see what happens. 1,500-mile Porsche Turbo. That is so rad. So a few years back, I was buying a car from a gentleman, and he goes, oh, I got this other one around the corner in another garage. Turned out it was a 1915 Willis Overland. If you were lucky enough to have a car in the early 1900s and it wasn't a Ford, chances are it was from the second largest auto manufacturer at the time, Willis Overland. So I bought the car for 10 grand, stuck it in the warehouse and forgot about it. Fast forward 2 years later, guy finds out I've got the car and he gives me a holler. He's like, well, would you sell it? And I'm like, I'll sell anything, even my firstborn. So here it is, Mr. Todd.
Yeah, it's the one you told me about on the phone, huh?
There we go. So, who's the boys?
This is my son, Sam.
Sam?
And Matthew.
Matthew. How you doing, man?
They grew up around old cars. They've spent their youth scraping grease and stripping paint, and they're my crew.
No kidding. Yep. Well, this is older than an old car. I compare these to more like tractors.
You mind if I spin the crank?
Yeah, go for it.
The motor's free? Yep, still has compression. That's good.
Man, in my opinion on these door jambs and everything, this might be the original paint. What do you think?
I'm thinking it might be. This is the original upholstery, at least it appears original.
No kidding.
I had a 1917 Overland. I've always wanted a pre-16 Overland because it's considered a horseless carriage.
You know.
Okay, this may not be a good sign.
Why?
Whenever they have spare parts in the car, magnetos, I'm hoping it doesn't have a magneto issue. As far as this 15 Overland goes, it's been sitting for 40 years, which could be good or it could be bad. Since there are some unknowns, there's a little bit of work to be done to see if we're actually going to pull the trigger on it. Well, Richard, I love the car. I love the car. I'm trying not to show my poker face.
Well, like I told you on the phone, I think it's worth 15 grand all day long. That's like beat up, you know, Model A money.
15's a little strong. I feel like I'd be rolling the dice at 15 without hearing it run.
You just told me how you were such a good mechanic of these and you're teaching your kids. Take it home, get it running, you'll be in good shape.
Well, I don't think I'd have to take it home to get it running.
Oh, come on now. You sound pretty confident. Maybe we should make a little bet.
Okay. I tell you what, if I can get it running, I'll go 12 and a half.
Wait, so I'll take that, but if you can't get it running, you got to give me 15.
Oh.
See how good your team is?
Okay. Sure, I'll do that.
Kick ass.
Done deal.
You even get an air-conditioned shop to work in. So there you go. We got a friendly little wager going on. If Todd and his sons can get this car running, well, they're going to get it for 12.5. But if they can't, I'll get 15. It's rock and roll. Let's make the rear face out in case they get it running. I don't want all the fumes and rats inside.
No, when we get it running.
When?
That's right.
For once, kind of hoping the car doesn't start. I told the guy my shop is your shop, so I'm sure you need like a corkscrew, an old paper clip, some duct tape, and some ether. All right, guys.
Thank you,
Get
Richard.
yourselves a deal. Get after
We'll
it.
see you in a little while. We'll give you a ride.
We'll see. Game on. So, what did we find wrong so far? Nothing?
Not so lucky. Found a stuck valve on the number 2 cylinder. We were able to squirt some Marvel mystery oil in there, and it freed that up. Magneto will be the issue. Right now, it's all about spark. If we can get spark, it should run.
One of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time are 2 young kids under the driving age that are working on a car that is, well, it's 100 years older than they are, let's put it that way. And then on top of that, they're working with their dad. That's pretty rad.
Well, let's see what make sure it's a neutral. Go ahead and crank us in. Nope, nothing on that one.
Well, you need spark, you need fuel, and you need air. We got fuel and air, but we ain't getting no spark.
Okay, try it again. Nothing.
Basically, a magneto is a small electrical generator that makes a spark instead of a battery. Clearly, this one ain't working. And there's a couple of other old magnetos laying in the car, so obviously this was the problem when they parked it. But once they order a brand new magneto and install it, it should be all set. Well, at the end of the day, I feel like you and your guys got further than we would have in about 3 days.
Well, if I had a new magneto, I bet it'd start.
Well, the good part is you got a good story to tell, and then there'll be some old man going, oh, you god dang it, you didn't check out this thing over here.
Oh, you know it.
You got to press the Hooserman valve.
That's right.
You know, you and your boys worked hard. I'll give it to you for $12.5 anyways. To see him and his kids working on the car was worth it to me. Went ahead and sold them the car for $12.5. Guys, that was pretty cool. I like to see the young kids working on cars for sure. That's awesome.
We're looking forward to this project. I'm really excited. We've never done anything like this, and this car is in sensational shape. Is there anything we need to know before we start tearing it down?
We have to be careful. We cannot crack the glass. We cannot bend the moldings.
Yeah.
It's virtually impossible to get replacements, at least in the time frame we have.
And since we're color changing, all that stuff's got to come out, which is going to be...
Hey, that's
major.
on y'all. I'm just here to spray it.
Oh, I know, but I'm just stressed already.
No, we'll get it done. It'll be good. It'll be beautiful.
Like his attitude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I have faith in you guys. It's gonna be great.
Hey, since you're in Texas, instead of saying you guys, can you say y'all?
Y'all? Yes!
Clock's ticking, so let's just start ripping and tearing this thing apart. Let's do it. Let the fun begin. Yep. Gas Monkey's making a radical switch with our current project.
Be very careful, because it's straight from Japan.
That's amazing how light that is.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're building an import tuner, which is about as far from our classic American roots as you can get.
It's gonna sound like this.
Your face is turning really red. Luckily, we have a tuner expert and Big Mike here to partner up with us. It's amazing how much of the suspension is very similar to American-built vehicles in the same era. The harnesses, the clips, the hose brackets, you can tell everybody's heads were in the same place.
Yeah. You know, I've heard that Gas Monkey moves at a pretty fast pace.
Good job.
But being a part of it, it's crazy, man. Everyone's go, go, go.
All right, Bolts up.
All right, hands clear, struts clear. There it is.
Dude, look how much is hanging off the back of that.
That is not okay.
Yeah, it is. It's great. That's how we roll, man. Don't be scared.
Yeah. We're this far.
True, but... Okay.
You like it?
I didn't like that in the car.
You guys are sketchy, dude.
Wheel it out of there.
Watch your fingers.
Sketchy. Would we have it any other way? Come on.
We're gonna need that speed. For me, building a car to this caliber would usually take realistically a year, and we're gonna do it in 4 weeks, so it's intense. You help me right here. Gonna mock this guy up. I'm not really liking the fitment. You see what I'm talking about?
There's a whole lot of not lining up going on in there.
Yeah, this one is not centered at all.
It looks like it's way too narrow for the car.
I might have to have Jeremy come up with something a little better.
Cool, just what I needed. More fab work.
Yeah, more fab work for you.
Thanks.
So every time we work with a new builder, it takes us a little while to figure out how they operate. Now, Big Mike, he's got a lot of great visual ideas in his head. But when it comes to physically building the car, it's obvious he's used to taking as much time as he needs to make his vision come true.
Hey, Jeremy, we got a couple of clearance issues.
We don't need any more problems.
For the oil drain, the fitting is touching the flange, right? So it looks like instead of using the coupler, you're gonna have to weld directly to the compressor housing.
You're just gonna keep adding them to the little fabrication list, huh?
Man, we're all learning something and stepping out of the box.
Right now, nothing's fitting very good. Just a lot of little things, and we're trying to get around them, and that's just not helping us out any with the time frame.
We're still having issues getting the fender flares to lay flat. So I pulled Mike and Tony over here to keep this thing moving along.
I sound like a broken record right now, but I was supposed to have the car Monday. Today is Wednesday.
Richard only gave us 4 weeks to do this. That includes a complete color change to copper. That means door jambs, firewall, everything. So I'm trying to get it in the paint booth by tomorrow at the latest.
All right, let's throw some bolts in that.
We gotta make sure that these apexes meet each other. I feel like we're slightly this way. The idea is for it to sit not like necessarily up against the body, but way the hell more flush than this. When we get this so that these match.
But that means anytime I see Big Mike getting hung up on a new problem, I have to step in and try to keep this thing moving along.
What's up, Jason? Hey, so Mike, I really like how you mounted this on here, but the edges where it meets the body, it just needs to be spaced a little bit tighter to the body.
This gap?
Yeah, he will have to physically modify it so that it's gapped evenly.
Okay. You do realize my only concern, just to be devil's advocate,
right,
is this type of stuff here is destroying us getting anything else done.
Sure.
We're already supposed to be in paint, so
Sure.
we're still a long way off.
I'm with it, Jason. I get it. But when it comes to panel gap, having everything even, that's what makes a car either look great or look bad.
Yeah.
So I believe Mike has enough time where he can put some time into this. We still have other stuff before he gets the car.
I keep hearing Big Mike say he gets it, but then he digs in like a dog with a bone.
It's just that back end right here, that's a pivotal thing. It's gotta fit better.
The problem with that is I still gotta have time to assemble the car once we get it back, and we still haven't got him to paint. So he's a perfectionist. Heck, I see the detail that went into the car he built last year for SEMA, and I get it. Attention to detail is what makes something great. I know this is very important to the car.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you
I'm
make
all
that
about
call.
the fitment and the detail.
Okay, all right, well then we got a plan. We'll get this to Mike, even if it costs us an extra day. We can make it where we know we're happy with it.
Okay.
That's most important.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, and again, we wanna give you what you want.
I know.
All right, I'm going to work. I don't know if I accomplished anything there, but if we have to keep pushing back paint, we are gonna run out of time.
No way. The time crunch is brutal here.
Oh, dude.
I'm feeling it, so I'm with you,
Hey,
man. I'm with you.
That's the life. At some point, something's gotta give.
Do you have any idea how far over budget you are on the Datsun?
I didn't really know that I ever had like a real budget on this. We've never done one.
Well, even if we didn't have a budget, it's way over budget.
Come here, Vivi.
Do you have a sales plan for this car? Here we go again. What are you doing? They have spent way too much money, Richard.
I don't.
Way too much money.
Like what?
You're like over 80K on this.
Ooh.
It would have been cheaper to go to Japan to build it.
Can't get on the desk. You don't work here. You just are doggy.
Hello.
What?
Squirrel.
I was playing with Vivi. Seriously.
So all the imported parts for that are super expensive, Richard. We can't afford to put anything else into it. You're never gonna get our money back out of it.
Yes, I will. It's gonna be a cool car. Am I too far over? Yes, maybe, but what am I gonna do? I can't stop now, we're in it.
You're gonna have to tell them they have to put the brakes on it, like you can't spend any more money.
All right, so I was coming back here to see how we're doing, but being the fact that Mike Coy's doing body work on this side of the shop means that we're really freaking behind, I guess, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
Why? This was planned out way in advance.
I gotta take the blame because there's a lot of little things that are all fab work that only Tony and Jeremy can do, and I'm having them do them.
It was supposed to be a lot easier than this. You told me it was plug and play.
I don't think I said that, but yeah. A lot of customs, close.
Well, ultimately, here's the deal. We know our timeline. We know we're behind, so we're doing the best with the situation we have.
Yeah, well, bright side bodywork is almost done.
I'm not sure that's enough. You should have been in the booth days ago.
Yeah.
We're losing our ass now on the car. Between time and money, we've overspent, too. What are our options? I mean, we need to speed this up. How long is it gonna take you to paint this car copper?
It's gonna take a while.
Well, what if we leave it green?
That would save us a bunch of time, so we don't have to take a lot of stuff apart.
We spent a lot of time fabbing to put all the items we want on the car.
Yeah.
I would much rather give up a color change than give up those items.
At the end of the day, if our time is our problem, then that's gonna be the time saver.
I'm worried about where we're at with the Z, but we're in it. We're already committed and we've already spent the money, so we just gotta dig out of this hole a little bit at a time. A color change wouldn't hurt the value of the car, and as long as Big Mike doesn't think it's just settling, I think it's the best way forward. At least it's green, though.
I don't think it's settling. I like this color green. The bronze wheels we got, they look great on this color.
Yeah.
And you like green, so not that bad.
So we're
you have
staying
to
green.
jam it.
Staying green. We like green. You like green.
All right.
When it's done, you'll be happy.
All we gotta do is deal with what we got. Just keep moving.
What's the old joke where the mouse falls into the bucket of milk and one of them gives up and dies and the other one just kept churning away until he turned it into butter and crawled out? Yeah. We're in a fucking big-ass pool of milk. Please run, please. Come on, man, I'm getting bored.
Part of the game, man.
Should I go get something to eat, come back?
Maybe. Let's see what she does.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, that's it. No fire.
I'm not getting correct signal from the cam sensor. Okay, honest question. Did somebody change the trigger wheel in the cam angle sensor?
Nope. Nope.
Oh. Then it's not gonna run today.
Oh.
The Nissan uses a really weird trigger sensor, and that's basically your most important sensor you can have on a car. It tells you where the engine is at.
Turns out in the rush to get it finished, a part was overlooked that needed to be installed, and that tells everything where to align as far as the cam and crank. On top of that, we mistakenly didn't bring it, so we're kind of dead in the water.
That's one of the downfalls when you take a car to a specialty shop, especially if logistically they're a long way from you, and you forget something simple because you're worried about the bigger problem.
That sounds weird.
It does sound weird.
Sounds really weird.
Is it not building any pressure on your
I
gauge?
have no idea. I don't have a...
So I guess we're gonna have to bring the one up from Dallas, and that's the way it is.
Is there anything else we can try?
I'd like to have the part in hand, installed, and then just redo tomorrow.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. I've had enough Oklahoma for today. Mater, take me home. I'll see y'all back in Dallas.
Richard's so he just walked out, and I don't blame him. This day, in my opinion, has been a total failure. Richard's not happy, and he blames us, and here we are.
Sure, we're under a time crunch, but this is on a whole different level of crazy. It's just crazy.
It's a small problem that could have been overlooked by anybody, so now we've created a day's waste with a schedule that's already super tight. At this point, we still don't know if the motor will even start with the right part. If it doesn't fire up in the morning, we're really screwed. Well, there it is, boys. The whole day and night wasted to get this piece that keeps an entire car from running. Charles, I'm gonna give it to you.
I like it.
Because I don't want to be liable if it falls on the ground and we damage it.
We gotta hear this thing run today.
Grab that and I'm gonna hoist. We lost a whole day yesterday. We can't do that again today. If we want to be on the showcase floor for the opening day of SEMA, we got to get a tune on this car this morning.
We have to get everything buttoned up, back on the trailer, back home, so that we can get it all cleaned up and get it to SEMA as fast as possible.
He's always late to the party.
What's up, kids? Where you kids been hiding?
Tommy showed up.
Big Mike, what's going on? So this is where all the cool kids meet. Just thought I'd bring the little 280 out and show it off a little bit. I hear you guys like to have a good time.
Looks like Gas Monkey's coming to the dark side with an import, man.
Dark side? Come on, man. My idea was to build a tuner-type car. I found the right car. It's a one-owner 280Z, bought brand new by a guy who put it up in '79 with 13,000 miles. I called Big Mike out in California. I said, show us all the goods.
And let's be honest, this is something out of our comfort zone. Dealing with all the metrics and all the things that we normally don't deal with is something totally different than what we're used to doing.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, what really is freaking me out is I can't really see my hair when I'm in the driver's seat. It's way up there, and it throws my whole vibe off. Pop the hood and show them what we got.
Come on in, check it out. Does it have stock internals in it?
Gas Monkey don't do stock. What is wrong with you?
We only use the best of everything. It was our opportunity to work with somebody that's versed in this import world.
What kind of turbo does it have?
It's a Honeywell Garrett 3071.
Yeah.
We tuned it on pump gas, and it opens up a way to make 100 more horsepower and way more boost.
It's happening.
It's done right.
It's happening, yeah.
What'd you guys do as far as plumbing?
It's all Vibrant Performance and lines and fittings, everything that they offer. We took that and made it work.
The engine sounds great. It's got a big turbo on it. What do you guys do to make it stop?
We put brakes on it.
Nailed it. It's got a nasty set of Willwoods on it.
Yeah, Willwood 6-piston in the front, 4-piston in the rear, a parking caliper.
She'll stop.
So where'd you get the wheels done at?
We actually bought these, or raised them, if you will, right, Tony?
Well, Ray's provided the wheels in a nice copper tone. I think they came out pretty kick-ass.
I did too.
That's a good-looking badge.
That's Big Mike's deal there. He made that happen. Our friends at GSI Machine and Fabrication made them. We wanted to put a little personalized touch on the build, and they nailed it. You've only seen the outside and the motor. Check that out.
Wow.
It's badass, man.
What kind of gauges are in here?
It's a company by the name of Speed Hut. You can customize everything, and I got the GMG logo put in. It's like a little touch to tie in with the outside, too.
Yeah.
You think you might actually keep it?
I would love to. I'd love to keep every single car I have, but I'm in the business of buying, selling, making cars, and this one's gonna have to go to a new home. So after we show it off at SEMA, it's gonna be for sale. And hopefully everybody can tell their friends, and they'll tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends. And the next thing I know, I've got a bidding war. Let's go cruising. I don't know which one's worth more or which one's faster, but I look pretty good in green. Super rad. SEMA 2 times.
Thirsty.
Most people wait forever to get it done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Rad.
Man, it looks good.
Woo, that bitch looks sexy.
What up, G?
What's up, Richard?
Just living it, man.
How you guys doing?
We're at the big show now, huh?
Yep.
Heard a lot about you.
So we rolled up to Z at the Nitto booth. Unbelievable. The lighting's perfect. Car looks great. I mean, it looked great when it left the shop. The car is absolutely impeccable.
Everyone's saying such amazing things, man. It's pretty awesome to be able to overhear it, you know? To get this car built in time to make it to SEMA was a pretty difficult thing to do. I mean, the time frame that the monkeys work on is crazy. SEMA as a deadline, as a debut, made it even crazier.
Sick. As far as all the money I spent on the 280Z, to have it here at the Nitto booth, I think this is a really good place to show it off. Is that going to translate to sales as far as selling the car? I'm not sure, but is it translating to getting our name into a different genre of cars? Absolutely.
Dude, but look at this thing. It looks great, man. I can really appreciate the work that went into this, and how much power does this thing make? It's got to make a lot.
Yeah, 300 more than stock?
Wow, man.
Dang.
Brian, he looked at the car. I know it's not his thing, but he was looking at it, and I know any car guy's gonna look at that and see details and know how much time and effort went into it, and I could see that he appreciated the work that went into the car.
This thing's awesome, Richard.
It turned out good, didn't it?
It's the best looking 2+2 I've ever seen, man.
No kidding.
It's amazing.
Well, I will take that as a compliment. He said best looking 2+2 ever, Big Mike.
Well, there it is.
There it is. We're done. Yeah. We can leave.
Hey, the work's done. I'm going to get a beer as well.
All right, killer, dude.
All right, Richard.
Hey, find us a buyer. We need to sell it.
All right, definitely.
Today I'm out at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, big NASCAR weekend. It's getting near the end of the season. Everybody's in the points race. And on top of that, I'm gonna drive the pace car. Unbelievable. I mean, who in their right mind gives me the pace car to drive? I mean, what are these guys thinking? It'd be cool to have a NASCAR, but it's expensive. This is, like, really expensive. Like, I'd have to sell my wife type expensive.
Really?
I brought my lovely wife, Sue, with me because she gets to see me be kind of a tough guy. I'm gonna drive the pace car. I mean, this has gotta be some bonus points, right? First things first, they got me doing pace car training.
Huh, that'd be awesome.
Pace car pulls up and it's a 4-door Camry with a 4-cylinder motor. I'm pretty sure I got this. They didn't skip on the instructor either. I mean, Brett Bodine, he's a NASCAR legend. Before he retired, Brett raced 77 NASCAR events, racking up 5 wins and 55 top 10 finishes. I guess there's a thing or two I could learn from it.
Good to see you, bud.
This is my lovely wife, Sue.
Very nice to meet you.
She's gonna go with us.
All right, we're gonna show you how to get it done, how to get this race started.
Woohoo!
This is a stupid question, but I always have to ask you. You do drive.
Yes, sir. I got this.
So all the cars will be lined up on pit road. The tower, they'll say pace car, ease them on off. Okay, ease, slow down just a bit. What happens is it takes so long for them all to get going, we don't want to overlap them. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
As you come off of turn 4 over here, I want you to get up right at 45 and lock it in. When you get to 45 exactly, then I'll turn the overhead lights on. That signals to everybody behind us, you're at 45. And then they set their tachometers based off of that.
It's 2 or 3 laps, or?
Usually here at New Hampshire, they take 3. When we get to the start-finish line, we'll turn our lights off, and that tells all the drivers, okay, next time we're going green flag. And then we get off the track, unless you think you can hold them off.
Oh, trust me, I want to around so bad. And that's how you do it. You know what happens next?
What's going on, everybody? Y'all ready for a race today? I'm gonna get out there in the pace car. Let's see if I can get in trouble or stay out of it.
Wow. Wow. I'm like a celebrity or something. I mean, what's going on?
Meet the starting lineup, Joey Logano.
And now I get to say hi to the drivers. Good luck, all that kind of stuff.
Danica Patrick. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
There he is, man. What's up, man? Doing good. Good luck out there today.
Thank you.
What's up, Brad? How you doing, man? Yeah. Get out there and kill it. Go get him, brother. We've sent the drivers off. They're getting geared up. It's time to get in the pace car.
Are you ready? Just remember, this is not the race, okay?
Yeah.
Slow.
Going? Yes, sure. So I got 40 racers behind me trying to get into position.
First pace car, pit road speed, 4-5.
These guys, I can feel the adrenaline behind me. I can feel it.
Grab your lights, everybody. Grab your lights.
Like flight attendants think of themselves as a safety person. That's kind of what I'm doing out there. I'm setting the pace for a good, clean race where people don't get hurt.
Pit road's clear, coming to the green.
I'm off the track. All bets are off. Green flag is in the air. Woo! There you go. I got to go around the track. Not quite as fast as these guys. It's time to go have some cold beer and watch the race. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm saving time on my end, they're saving time on their end, so we're making up for the time that we lost. It's another green car. It's not what I wanted. Really, I don't think it's what Richard wanted, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. But due to the time circumstance, which Richard put on us, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be a really sick car.
Man, it looks really, really good.
Smooth, smooth.
I love, man, fresh paint, it makes a car. You can have all kinds of other stuff going on, and if the paint's not right, it doesn't look good.
right, I'm going back to work. Killed it.
Normally, it wouldn't be a big deal if car going green, but since it wasn't Richard's idea, he's also bent. Go figure. Normally, he loves green, but today is not the case.
Man, I love green. You guys are doing a great job.
Well, okay, something's up.
Seriously, though, where are we? Because we need this car back over there.
We had, so on the jams here, this weather stripping we can't replace, so we had to tape it up. And when we did that, opening and shutting the door to paint, left some tape behind right here. So we got to spot this in real quick, and then we're ready to go. We've already buffed it and everything. So.
What's that big mess over there?
Don't worry about that. It's nothing. That's part of that. Like, in order to spot that
in the engine compartment?
In order to spot that in, I had to do this. No, there was a spot here I didn't like, so I'm doing that. This won't take me 2 seconds. This will be over there today.
Today?
Today.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him today.
Tell him today.
All right.
It'll be over there today or tomorrow.
I noticed Tony didn't open his mouth. Guess it's all on you.
I make no promises.
Speed hut. Let's get it over here to the dashboard. We can show Charles. Charles.
Yeah? You gotta see these gauges, brother.
Got the GMG logo cut into the faces of all of the gauges.
That's pretty cool. So we're axing a lot of the stuff that was in the dash, seatbelt lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll have the seatbelt, but obviously you're gonna know if your seatbelt's on or not.
Yeah. Are we gonna have any kind of issue with modifying our housing?
They're all within like 0.2, 0.3 inch. So Charles, you gotta make them mount maybe. Okay. All right, all of these are angled slightly. So if we can mimic the angle, it would be perfect.
Okay, I'll get on it.
Things like gauges may not seem like such a big deal, but now that Richard's decided to take the Datsun to SEMA, we're doubling down on our attention to detail. Right now, we're shaving the lettering off of the valve cover. It's gonna be a focal point when you open the hood, and Big Mike wants a clean, bold look. Jeremy's fabricating a custom box for the air filter to add a little more hot rodder touch to that engine bay. Mike, I think this thing is gonna turn out very, very nice. Really, other than that one spot we talked about earlier?
That little spot?
Yeah. Put some all metal in that, smooth that out. I think it's all in really, really good shape.
It's almost there. The shaving of the lettering, those type of subtleties are gonna make this the crowning piece for real.
I agree.
We're out at the NHRA in Ennis, Texas, which is basically Dallas, Texas. This is a giant event for NHRA, one of the best tracks. Well, it is in Texas. Nothing beats a day at the track unless it's a day at the track winning. So I'm here with Dennis and some of the guys to help the Gas Monkey team get to victory lane.
What's up, dude?
Limited, man. How you doing? Good. You know Alex. He's our driver and part of the Gas Monkey family.
We had a good solid pass yesterday. Now we're number like probably 20, and they only take 16 cars in this class. We're number 16 right now, 27 cars here. The conditions today are better, and so a lot of people improve. So we need to as well make the show so we can race on Sunday. We're getting ready to roll up for our first round in the dragster today. Currently, we are not qualified in the dragster. The fastest we've been is 5:41 at 272 miles an hour. So it's gonna take something around the 5:30 mark to be able to make the show.
You got Charles hustling over there?
Oh, yeah.
You hustling, Charles? Get it. Don't let it whoop you. Qualifying for Sunday's race is what everyone wants. It takes a ton of money to sponsor a car, and every run can burn over 25 grand. But racing when everyone's watching here and on TV, that's when it pays off. Kicking down another door and getting the Gas Monkey name out there. Woo! Woo! See you on the starting line. Let's go.
The fastest time he ever ran in this car was a 5:28.
Yeah, so we gotta do 5:37 or better.
Correct.
Oh,
So
that's
he
not
doesn't
a
have to do
problem.
his personal best, he only has to do his second best.
It's not a problem, we can do that.
We should be able to go out there and run 27 or 28 right now.
Cool.
All right, man. Have fun.
Let's do it.
.543. That's not gonna get it done. And Alex only has one more shot at qualifying today.
Fuel pump wouldn't go all the way on the high side, which means that the nitro wasn't at full flow. So we still get another round of qualifying and You know, hopefully we can make the show.
We didn't do real well on our first A-Fuel run, and they don't have all day to fix the car before Alex has to be on the line again. It's gonna be up to the next race, or we're putting this car on the trailer. We're out the NHRA. We didn't do real well on our first A-Fuel run. We're just having a little problem with the fuel. Even Charles is in there helping to get the car ready for the next run. We're a little bit out of the hunt. I think we're at like number 20 right now. They only take the top 16. So right now it's do or die.
We've decided to change a few things on the car. We're gonna work on the clutch a little bit, and we're for sure gonna figure out what's going on with that fuel pump. This is the most important pass of the day because this is the last chance to make the show. We've got to make this one count.
All right, here we go.
It's for all the marbles.
As they say. We got it. 5.30. That's what we need. I'm really concerned about the A-Fuel car because we've got to trim 3 or 4 1/100ths of a second. We either actually do our personal best or just stick it on the trailer and wait till next time.
Looks stronger than that.
Live to play another day. Yeah. I'm pretty bummed out that we didn't make the finals, but we'll be in the running soon enough. This is the first season in that car, so, you know, we're still doing good.
I like the positive attitude.
Heck yeah, I love positive. We got to get back to Dallas, and it's hot. Don't you need a beer?
It is hot and I need a beer. Let's go.
That is what I need. Right on.
Dude, the Midas Monkey.
A few years ago, we were fortunate enough to be chosen by Hot Wheels to build a Corvette for them. Woo! It's been a year or two since I've seen this. If they liked it, they would make it into a Hot Wheel. Glad you got by. Sure enough, they made it into an actual Hot Wheel. Oh! The Midas Monkey. I'm in the business of building and selling cars, not keeping them. So I took this one to Barrett-Jackson, and a guy on the internet bought it. Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Nice to meet you. Who's the young lady? Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my daughter. I'm Glenn. We're from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is my daughter, Courtney.
Right on, dude. This thing looks rad. He's got a few offices around the nation, and he's had the Corvette just down the street in Fort Worth. Looks brand new, man. Have you even driven it?
I put about 25 miles on it.
Come on, man. If this was my car, I'd have like thousands of miles on it. I'd already been on my 3rd set of tires. A few weeks ago, I decided to see if he might want to sell it because I have the Hypo hauler that we also built for Hot Wheels. Now, this is something I was hoping to keep also. You'll remember we built the Hypo hauler to try to get into the Hot Wheels Redline Club, and they liked it so much that it's actually going to be a Hot Wheel. What do you think about this, Miss Courtney?
Well, this is my favorite car in his collection.
Oh, really?
The paint is
So there's
amazing.
no way I'm going to get it bought back, I guess, huh? Now, my thought process for wanting to keep them together is, you know, they're both built right here at Gas Monkey. They're both Hot Wheel cars. Who knows if I'll ever get a chance to build another Hot Wheel car, but they just need to be together. Can you take me for a ride?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
I'd love to drive, but it's not mine anymore.
Wait a minute. I'm not leaving my daughter behind with these guys.
No touching. Be Texas gentlemen. Car drives and performs just like it did when it left Gas Monkey. For me, that's a testament to the quality and craftsmanship of what we do here at Gas Monkey. To him, he really should drive it more.
I think he was really happy to be back in that car, reacquainted again.
You know, now that I've been out on the street in the Midas Monkey again, I want this thing back in my stable more than ever.
So we come back from the test drive, and I could see in his eye, I think he likes this car.
Just like you remember?
Heck yeah, dude, it's freaking rad. Super cool.
Hey, Richard, Sydney.
Sydney, Richard Rawlings.
Richard, good to see you, Nick. Shiner's a little city in Texas, but it's also a nice beer. Been around for over 100 years.
How much free beer did you bring?
All you can drink.
Well, there you go.
How much can you drink?
A lot.
Wanted to check out a local company around here since we sell some local beer.
We kind of misled you. We're not actually just here for a tour.
Cool.
We'd like you to do a project for us.
Really? Well, I like getting pitched instead of having to go out and try to sell something. Let's go to the office and talk about it. So you guys know what you think you might want?
We have no idea.
How much money you got?
Think we could do about 150.
150 grand. This might be the easiest deal I ever got. Let's go talk some business. You guys want a promotional vehicle, and you're not quite sure what you want. I mean, this is for Shiner, obviously.
Yeah, we've been making beer for 100 years, and when we first were up and coming, we didn't really have delivery trucks. You know, we just kind of, the people of Shiner used whatever vehicles they had to deliver the beer around. I think we'd like to honor that. Take that and bring us something awesome. But we need to see it first. We need to make sure this is going to work for us.
Absolutely. I don't think there's a deal unless we see it first and we're happy with it.
I can't go through designing something, sending them drawings. So I figured, look, this is what we do, guys, and we do it better than anybody else. Let me design something, let me build it, and we'll be done.
Here's the thing. We don't need to see the plans, but we want to see the car before we make the deal at the end.
Whatever we build is going to be badass, so that's not a problem. I mean, I'll show it to you, and if you dig it, you dig it.
All right, you're that confident if at the end we don't like it, we're out.
Yeah, I am that confident, I think.
Richard was going around this tour telling us some of these cars only took 30 days. I want my promotional vehicle in 30 days. Put it all out there. If we don't like it, we're out.
I'll take that chance. I'm a gambling guy.
150 plus some beer.
There you go.
Done.
Cool.
Like it.
Well, you guys get back to the brewery and start making some money so you can pay for whatever it is I'm gonna build. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what kind of truck would be just right for these guys. What I'm worried about is if they don't like it and they decide that they're not gonna pay for it. They're here. Ford's F-Series started hitting the roads in 1948, and their toughness and versatility quickly made them one of the most popular trucks out there. So much so that by the early 80s, the F-Series was the best-selling vehicle in America and Canada. No wonder it seems like everybody's granddad has one rusting in the barn out back.
All right. Man, this thing is a joke, son.
Yeah. It's like, what bolt?
Yeah.
Good.
One door.
One door. Charles and I are getting the doors off the F100 and over to Mike so he can get those started. Right now, it looks like we might get lucky on the rust, but we haven't opened everything up yet, and there's a lot of surprises still yet to be found.
So the whole bottom of the door is gone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Sure enough, wouldn't you know, the bottom of the doors are completely rusted out.
This one's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, this sucks. The funny thing is, Mike went with Richard to buy the truck and check out the body.
Mike, what do you think about the body?
Body's pretty good. I mean, it's got a little bit of Bondo in it and stuff, but pretty solid.
Mike Coy redefining pretty solid. And that's not to mention the rust in the tailgate.
When you see that, somebody just painted over a bunch of rust.
The truck bed.
This truck is going to save us time.
Not so much.
No.
And the cab corners. Those will be Tony's first fix today.
More rust. I almost want to put gloves on, because that may have been the old man's, like, tissue paper. That's got to be a first. I got some mosquito repellent. I don't know what else is in here. I think the bonder was holding it together.
That's not that funny right now.
Oh, that's bad.
Another one of Richard's solid trucks, huh?
Yeah, solid vehicle here.
Oh, my God. That's got the cancer.
Big time, bro. Almost every truck, 60s, 50s, even the 40s, the trucks weren't sealed very good. So water and moisture drop back there, and there's nowhere for the water to run. And when they do make provisions for water to head out, well, when you get all this crap in there, well, the water doesn't want to come out. So this is what happens. No bueno.
Some things I'll never understand. Tony.
Yes.
Come here. Look at this. Richard had me do a bunch of spray outs. And this tells me either he can't make up his mind or he's just losing his mind. He had me do that.
Okay.
He had me do that. It gets better. This, deliver that.
That's not bad.
This. Are you ready?
Yeah. That's very eclectic.
Richard's not letting on who this build is for, but I sure hope they're colorblind because this is not making any sense to me.
Those are spray outs I asked for?
Yeah.
Yes. Rad. We're trying to figure out what's in your head here because
those colors don't
some
make
of these
sense.
things don't jive.
What these guys don't realize is that Shiner has used these 5 colors for over 100 years.
So...
It's salesmanship 101. Paint the truck their colors. I mean, at least it's not green or black. So I think I want the body of the truck this color. Then we paint the accent of the roof that color. The whole back kind of cab thing. Along the body line in the back, going from the front fender all the way around to the other front fender. Brown. And then we're gonna use these as accent colors, including wheels.
You want all 5 of those colors on this truck?
You don't know till you try, brother. The monkeys probably think I've lost my mind, but the Shiner deal could be very lucrative for a very long time, so I'm keeping it in the dark. Tough bananas, or something like that. This is what we call salesmanship. These people don't even know they want this yet until I show it to them. Just make it happen, dude.
You're the boss. Hey, Jason, I got something for you.
Sweet. Okay, we'll set this thing on the truck. Tony, you want to help us with this endeavor? Mike's got the bed prime, so now we're going to set it up on our new chassis and see how everything lines up.
We got to make sure that the rear end sits right, that the clearance for the bed floor is right, that all the bolt holes line up. We've also got to make sure that the tires fit. We don't want them sticking out. We don't want them too far under.
We need to go forward, but we can't. Oh, can't we? Can we go forward?
Yeah.
Oh, right there, I'm perfect.
Something's not right. There's a major issue. The brakes and the end of the axles are underneath the bed, basically. What the?
Yeah.
You see how narrow our rear end is? Yeah, our wheels aren't gonna fit.
They're not gonna fit at all.
Nope.
Did they build us a rear end for a step side? Our 59 F100 is what's called a fleet side. The bed sides are smooth and the rear fender wells are tucked inside the bed. On the other hand, a step side has a more narrow bed with the fender wells on the outside. The difference for us is this rear end is too narrow to fit the wheels inside the fender wells. Right here's where your wheel's gonna mount and then roll in.
Oh, shit.
That's a problem.
At this point, it looks like it's going to need some major modification, which we don't have the time for, and I was not expecting.
Houston, we have a problem.
Major problem.
Yeah, this is a major problem.
It's pretty bad. We're already behind.
Do we got to tub this?
Yep.
But there just wasn't any time set aside for that.
Yeah, this is a major problem.
Richard may have a master plan for this mystery buyer, but it sure doesn't look like he was planning ahead when he ordered this chassis.
To try and break a 300-mile-an-hour speed record. Woo!
We're running about 7:25.
If we could run earlier, we should.
Yeah, well, it's got to be light.
Woo!
What's up, Richard?
Ready to go fast?
I think so, man.
I know,
How you doing, man?
Car looks great, man. Well, it says gas monkey on it. It's good.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right?
Normally, I wouldn't leave the monkeys on such a tight deadline, but this was something I had to see. Johnny Balmer has a thing called the Bad GT. Now, it's a 2005 GT that he's been driving around. It's a street-legal car, which I might add, packs a 2,700 horsepower engine. I hooked up with Johnny after seeing videos of his Bad GT online. Super cool, man.
Ready to roll.
I'm ready to rock. I was so blown away, I decided to break out the old piggy bank and sponsor his car. Johnny gave me a call about 2 years ago, and he goes, man, I just set the record, 283 miles an hour in a street, tagged, titled, inspected street car.
We've had 3 Indianapolis 500 winners have been in this car and driven it.
I mean, he drives this to work every day. So that's the difference. You can put a race car out here, or a drag car, and go pretty fast. This is a street car. That's the important part, street legal. Your old record's 283?
That's correct, yes, sir.
How are we gonna get to
300?
Yeah.
So I changed all the gears in the transmission, and we're making a lot more power now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I say 310.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I like that. Yeah.
After he set the record at 283 miles per hour, I was kind of interested in it. It had a lot of following on the old interwebs. And when me and Johnny got to talking, I was like, look, we got to go for over 300. He goes, man, I'm in. First 300-mile-an-hour monkey.
There you go.
Woo, I'm ready. Once they're finished prepping the car, we'll head out for some straight line aerodynamic testing and see if we can't beat his old record.
This needs to be taped down, both sides of that.
If we're actually able to beat 300 miles per hour, that's going to be a video that is seen by millions and millions of people all over the interwebs with the Gas Monkey logo on it. I got to get me a helicopter. Driving a car at over 300 miles an hour can go catastrophically wrong, so you need a huge team to make sure everything goes right. 2 helicopters trying to map it out, safety crews every, 200 or 300 feet. It is gonna be a massive, massive deal. I mean, we're actually using the strip where they used to land the space shuttle. Johnny's attempt to break his record could only be done on an airstrip where the temperature is low and the wind is near 0, or else the car could actually flip over. Not to mention, the car needs a parachute to stop.
Ready for this?
Hell yeah.
See what happens.
This could go really, really well, and I hope it does, but we do not need any mistakes today, because this is not a game. This is serious business. All right, man, you ready?
I'm ready, dude.
Cool.
We're gonna make it happen.
Be safe out there.
I will, man.
You got a long way to go, though, man.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
That is nuts. You do 300, I'll do 310 next year.
Oh, yeah, you probably will.
Gas Monkey's all about speed, performance, and anything else that kicks ass. Johnny's Bad GT's got all that and more. And if he breaks 300 today, the whole world's gonna see that we were a part of it.
All right, we're ready on our end. When we hear the tower call and the helicopter takes off, we'll follow.
Everything's ready. It's like a land-based missile when you're driving a car like this. Car's gonna throw down a really big number. I think 315 is a very achievable number.
I think we're ready. I love the smell of speed in the morning. The way we'll see if Johnny hits 300 miles per hour or more is with a set of radar speed traps and the GT's onboard computers. I'm gonna sit down at the end with the timer, and we'll see what happens. Timing is green.
I'm sending the helicopter.
There we go. Make sure the printer works. We're gonna need that piece of paper.
All right, Johnny's ready. We're ready to run. Good luck, Johnny.
My buddy Johnny Bomer and his Ford GT are about to try to break his own record for the fastest street legal car in the world, which is currently 283 miles per hour. Even though Johnny has an onboard speedometer, we won't know his top speed until after his run, and if he breaks his record, well, I get bragging rights. God, this is so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, imagine if you're strapped in.
I know. I'll be watching Johnny's run from the speed trap where he should be hitting his top speed. From here, he'll start slowing down so he has enough runway to stop. Record or no record, he's gonna fly through here like a bullet.
All right, Johnny's ready. We're ready to run. Good luck, Johnny.
Look at that. All right, hit the brakes.
No shoot, no shoot, roll, roll, roll. Roll, EMT, roll, EMT, roll.
The car's parachute snapped off when Johnny hit the brakes, so safety crews are scrambling into action. Man, I hope he's all right.
Good stop. He stopped before the end of the track, guys. He stopped before the end of the track.
Well, if the chute didn't open, the rotor's got to be smoked. I mean, to stop that thing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Nobody's gone 300 miles an hour and braked on steel brakes. Like, let's be real. So we don't know what they can actually do.
We know now. And his brake lights came on. Love it. So we got to get down to the car and find out what the computer actually says we did after the time trap. All right, man, so what happened?
Well, we're waiting for the camera guys to get here and give us a log. I don't know what the top mile an hour is until we get in here.
What happened to the chute, though?
The chute came, I don't know where, that was bad. It ripped off.
It literally ripped off.
It ripped off. Yeah, I was cooking.
Oh, this was awesome, man. Richard showed up with great expectations, and we gave him a pretty good show.
It was wicked. It's like, poof. Now it's anybody's guess. Johnny said that the car felt good. Everything worked like it was supposed to. He felt like he got a little bit more speed, but we're not going to be sure until we download it on the computer.
Is it showing the speed?
287, 288, 289.
And they're turning that one right there. All right, now let's see what that one says.
Johnny's team doesn't mess around. They use all the latest tech to figure out his exact speed. When you're going for a record of over 300 miles per hour, it's got to be by the book.
290, 292. 292.
292.
Damn.
Really? Damn. Hey, Lundy, 292.
292. Still 292 miles an hour, dude.
That's like a turtle, man. I was wanting 310, 312.
Hey, man, you guys killed it, man. 292 miles an hour is nothing to
For a
sneeze
car
at.
you take your daughter to school in.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
292 miles an hour. It wasn't the 300 we were shooting for, but Johnny still broke his old record of 283. This is a real street car, not a fancified race car. This is 292 miles an hour in a street car. That is the. You guys get packed up. I'll meet y'all at the bar at the hotel.
Yeah.